Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of EXAPUNKS. We have two things left to do I don't know how many are left in the whole game, but like right now available to us are two missions plus this old one which for some reason did not score correctly. And since we already looked at the hacker battle, I think we'll do that next. We'll skip this Holman dynamics for now. So our goal is to... Yeah, so this is kind of weird because this text does not match the description in the level, right? Send your X's into the opponent's host. Which would be easy to defeat by simply having, well, no. You could have some Exa in here who just constantly spams kills, right? But that's not what they mean. Rather, they mean you want to dominate... It's very much like the one where we wanted to explore an unknown network, and by dominating as many hosts as possible in it. But in this one, you get points every cycle for dominating a host, not just at the end. And there's a size limit to contend with. So one thing I remarked upon was like, how come I only have one X and he gets two? But like, I can have two, it's no problem. So okay, that was just confusion. So I looked a little bit through the like available test cases, and they all seem exactly the same, right? 801 and 802. Like, yeah, here we have 801 and 802. So the battleground is the same, and also I watched the opponent play several times, and it seems like he does the exact same thing every time also. And so we can just hyper optimize to defeat exactly what he's doing, which should be pretty simple, right? There's a few key locations to own. Mainly like here and here are good. If you can get to those first, no opponent can ever get rid of you. And there's a few other places where, like, it's easier or harder to contest control. Right? He basically just like spreads X's to these two spots. For some reason, completely ignores these, so we will want to deploy exactly one Exa to each of these places. And then like, these other five are a little bit more difficult to figure out what to do with. They basically always have exactly one Exa in them. And I don't think you can do anything clever about it because his Exas are sort of running in a lap like this. Right, they're just constantly going this way. Yeah, they follow this fixed path here once they've gotten to the steady state of this stuff all being full. Although, how does he fill these up? That's what I want to know, because this one doesn't go in there. It's weird, right? Like, the first Exa he sends is going this way. And then, I don't know where this one comes from. But the useful thing to note is that he doesn't get to either of these nodes faster than I could if I just sprinted, right? So I think we want two Exas who just like go to here and here, and that gets us some points. And we'll eventually want two X's here and here because that's where they're cheapest to deploy. And one guy standing here issuing kill commands like should be just lights out for this chump, right? He is constantly sending his X's in the exact same path, and so if we can just cut it off at the front, I think we can get him. So let's have XA do that murder job, right? rep 3, linking 800. And then mark, kill, kill, jump, kill. So let's first see how effective this is. He seems to be completely ignoring this, actually. What if I went all the way up here? Would that help? I don't think it would, because he's constantly replicating in there anyway. Whoa! Oh, I'm not allowed in. I see, that's right. So this whole business of killing his dudes is not actually that useful, because they leave before I can get to them. Okay, good to know. But we can occupy these 4 nodes quite comfortably. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's out of 9. We only need 1 more. Which we can get by just stationing 2 Exas permanently in any space we like. Other than this one. Yeah. So, I guess this door is almost a bottleneck for us. So maybe, like, let's use fewer X's, actually. They can sort of all walk in at once. No, that's about the same, because the replicate takes longer this way. Yeah, it comes out about the same. All right, forget it. We'll just have a bunch of them. And they'll all have stupid instructions. Link 800. Link 802. Link 800. Link 799. And he gets to this. How did you get in, please? I don't understand these rules. In previous versions, this did not occur. Hacker battle domination in the zine. Game page 4. But this is just about, like, I know you're not looking at this. But this is we already knew all this. Runtime errors and how to exploit them. That's a fair point. Maybe there's something in the runtime errors section telling me why that guy killed me. Like, if you link to someplace full, does it kill the guy who was there? I didn't think so. I thought we've done that before. Yeah. Oh, right. Runtime errors, though. That's, here. I don't get it. Somehow that guy killed me, and I don't know why or how. What about this one? I go there and just sit there? Am I gonna have the same problem? Oh, it's because I didn't... Oh, sorry, I bumped the recording software. It's because I terminate myself because I'm not doing anything. Mark, nop, jump, nop. Ah, this version is too... I need him to... Got in there, and now we're good, right? Oh, can you reorder these? You can, but why? Does it make a difference to who goes first in the case of, like, traversing the same link at once? Seems to, actually. This is what I want. I want this guy to go second. I don't know why being first in the list makes him go second, but okay. So this gets him there. And of course he's gonna then die because this guy is, this guy's gonna get in because we don't have any more instructions, but that's okay. We can fix that. Now this guy's not first anymore. XC goes first. But the other dude beats him in. That wasn't happening before. That guy doesn't just charge in there. That's not his program. I don't understand. Oh. Wait, what? No, this is... Why do I just kill the guy here? That doesn't work, right? Yeah. Oops. I don't totally understand why it was working before. So what if I just delete XA and tell it not to do anything? It's just like arbitrary and random, but consistent based on like the programs you've written. Right? So if I do this again, he'll get there every time. It's fucking weird. At least this guy gets here. So now we mark, not, jump, not, right? We can't help but beat this guy. He's too slow. And now he waits here permanently, but we can just kill him if we want. And these two are still ours. We have 3 easy spots. And this one is like still questionable. Let's link to 800, link to 801. Now we're here. And we can just kill this guy, right? He's trying to get in, and we won't let him. And then we'll replicate to move, mark, nop. Let's call it stay. Jump, stay, mark, move as jump. No. Move as link 800, and then jump to stay. Alright, so we have these 3 under control. With 3 exa. And we have 7 left, which means we can guarantee control of any 3 nodes we choose, right? Because the opponent never had, or these 3 nodes, I guess. The opponent never has 2 exa in the same place, so if we put 2 exa anywhere, we always own that space. Fine. So I guess that'll be XA. Who does that? Actually, what if I completely filled up this area? Right, and spending 3, or maybe this one? He wouldn't be able to send exas into it, right? Although, how could I fill it up? He's sending something in every turn, so he's just and something out every turn. He's just as fast at it as I am. What happens if I tell XA, who's going over here, right? No, XC. What do I tell XC to REPL here instead? First of all, this doesn't work because he never runs this code because he's trying to go to 799. Just checking. So let's say we instead do this. Yeah, he can still traverse this place just fine. So we can't ever actually block him out. Fine. But we can have XC. Don't take link 800 yet. Instead, REPL to stay. And then also REPL to go. Right? And then here we mark stay as just jump stay. So now we have two guys staying here permanently. And go, we have link 800 REPL stay jump stay. And we have now two guys sitting here. And this fourth guy can just link to 800. And then REPL stay, mark stay, jump stay, like so. And we have these 3 nodes permanently. If the opponent has 3 nodes permanently, we have like 6. But we lost a bunch of games. That's cool, I'm glad. But I don't understand why. I watched... Oh, you can run whatever test you want this way. Cool. I watched several... And it seems like his strategy is the same every time. Why am I losing every game? What don't I understand? So I have more X's in 1,000,000 hosts, right? But it doesn't, I'm not getting points. Neither of us is getting any points. Oh! I thought each host was this, they call these nodes hosts, right? That's what they've been called previously. Right? These things have a host name. You call host and you get the result downtown. By host, they mean the entire battlefield. And so we're constantly tied because we each have 9 in. This whole notion of space dominance is not relevant at all. And it just like described the rules incorrectly. Understood. Where's someone who's sitting somewhere like kind of dumb? XB post fork? I meant, yeah. Oh, now I'm losing this battle too. Whatever, who cares? So we'll just add a new REPL move here or something. I don't understand. I'm still not getting any points. Are you trying to tell me it says a majority of the hosts? There's... I do occupy a majority of the hosts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The enemy has 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a majority of all the hosts, but I'm not getting points. Furthermore, I have more exas in the system altogether. And it's not like it's only counting the downtown node, because my opponent isn't getting points either. I don't understand the rules. What's a game where I actually get points? This one. I'm winning this game. Why? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. It's as much as I had before, isn't it? Yeah, I'm winning a point every cycle here. And yet, like, nothing appears to be any different. I actually only have 5. He has this one. And in this one, I'm getting points also. You occupy a host if you have more X's in it than your opponent. Does he somehow get double credit for the, like, when an Exa moves from here to here, it counts as being in both? That would explain why these two cancel out. And this. And then I just have 1, 2. But he would then have 3 if that was the understanding, right? He has this one, and this one. Well, I don't need 2 in these, I guess. I can tell XB, like, not to do all this copying. And, XA isn't really doing anything, so let's have him stay here. I'm still losing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we have a few too many people sitting around here. Why? XA makes a bunch of copies, and he should be the only one who stays here. How did XD end up here also? Oh, that's because that's his job. So the XAs, we could maybe put 3 in each of these spaces and see if that's, like, somehow the double counting rule is relevant. XA could, I don't know, just do nothing. Get out of here, XA, you're not even helpful. And who is up here? C? Ah, there's no room for the goes yet. It's very funny. The go repels first, I guess. So there's room to do all the replicating. I got a point. But I'm clearly miles ahead by any reasonable understanding of the rules, aren't I? Like, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 hosts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless this one counts somehow for him instead of for me, which seems crazy. I could imagine if it didn't count for either of us, but counting for just him's madness. Is he somehow getting points for like this nuke doing something? I don't get it. So this version loses every time. I had a version that worked earlier. I'm officially, whatever. I'm leaving that challenge alone. It doesn't make any sense to me. You're officially the host, or the best now. Not really. Have some pride. You're one of the best at what you do. Go on and take a compliment. I still need your prefrontal cortex lit up and flooded with dopamine. I found this one quite unsatisfying compared to the other hacker battles because I don't understand the rules. I do understand the rules, and it doesn't follow them, and I couldn't even reverse engineer what the real rules must be. Okay, we probably will not have time to solve a puzzle as difficult as one of these late puzzles probably will be in this episode, but let's take a look and come up with some ideas, and then next time we'll try implementing it. The data phones were cute, but I still need more computing power. We need to get me some significant hardware upgrades. Yeah, I assume you have a plan. Of course, we're going to buy a supercomputer with credit cards. Specifically, credit cards that were used to buy supercomputers before. It'll be less suspicious that way. Someone who buys one supercomputer maybe buys two, right? Seems plausible to me. Ooh, very dark and red. Create a file in your host containing the contiguous 16-bit value sequence from the garbage file 199 that is a valid credit card number. There will be exactly one such sequence. For more information, see how to validate credit card numbers. Okay. How to validate page 26. Are. Yeah, not just any number is accepted. Most credit card numbers are 16 digits long. Start by summing all 16 digits. For the even digits, add the digit. For the odd digits, double it and compute it mod 9. Okay. So, and then if the last digit of the sum is not 0, it's divisible by 10. It's a valid credit card. So this doesn't seem that complicated, right? Like, validating a credit card is pretty simple. This would be yeah, we could easily write something that does this. I think a simple approach would be to add up all the even positions first, skipping over the odds, then go back and add in the odds with their doubling rule, rather than like trying to do it one at a time and figure out whether it went even or an odd. Okay, so what is it that makes this level difficult? I guess that there are many files, which, no. All of these are just like phone numbers. Okay. Except for the one that contains credit cards and junk. So I guess you could go quite a bit faster by... When you begin reading a credit card, seek ahead until you see 16 digits which are not minus 9999. And if you do, then go back and actually compute a credit card at that location. Otherwise, start over and look for another 16-digit thing. I guess you could speculatively start computing while you're scanning, but that's kind of hard because you're the obvious way to do things is to skip over values. And it's kind of awkward to like test as you're going whether a thing is 199, is it, you know, it's hard to read a value twice, right, from a file, and we have very few registers to work with. We're using X to keep a sum, and we need T for test results, so like to read a thing from a file twice you have to like scan over it multiple times. Whereas if we just scan once, looking for sequences of the right size, we can use X and T to do that. And then go back and look at ones that are actually interesting. And where is file 199 exactly? Is it in the same place in every test, I hope? Yeah, it's just over here. Kind of cute that they haven't given us enough room to replicate something in here. I'm not sure, like, do you need to replicate? Maybe not. Huh. Yeah. You just go over there, grab a thing. This honestly doesn't seem that hard. And when you finally find the right value, you just broadcast it to someone sitting here who's been waiting and he just copied 16 digits from you, and like, Bob's your uncle, right? Still, I think it'll take a little longer to get all the details right than I really want to cram into a single episode, so we will do this next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.